There was a guy who did a documentary about two guys that were making a movie, but they were so pathetically bad that the documentary worked, as like a comedy.
Right.
And then there was, like Trekkies and all that sort of stuff. And so he's trying to tap into like the that whole kind of vibe there with like the whole like fanboy sort of environment.
Yeah.
But he also wanted to do like an analysis of those people who create that culture and work in that industry daily, and it's all going to be very respectful. I just want to assure you of that.
Oh, great. Well, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what to, I don't even know what to say. That's awesome. I mean, is this going to change the contract, or how are things going to work?
Yeah, I just sent you an email where basically we're just going to work along the same lines. I'll give you pay half of your fee upon receipt of the signed contract.
Yeah.
But the page rate will stay the same, but of course the page count will go up to 22 pages, because I'm thinking we can take a full issue and really tie into this documentary, and with the media that's going to come from that, hopefully get the submission picked up by a publisher.
Now, oh, no doubt. Now, Jamie, do you have the full 22-page script written out?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it if you could send that over, or I mean, if you could possibly, send it in Word doc or something like that.
Yeah, I can drop that to you. It's because it was for a Zuda submission, so I just went ahead and wrote, on into the future, trying to stay optimistic. We're going to get past that first 8-page sort of thing. But
yeah.
But now that's actually why I wanted to talk to you, because I want to reformat the art to match the standard, comic book page.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, actually, quick thing, real quick. My buddy wanted like an interview kind of thing, so that he can drop it into the edit, and like Super Size Me, they do all the interviews and stuff like that. And I was curious if it's okay if I like record this conversation to give him a look into the whole, like an unvarnished look at the whole negotiation and all that sort of stuff. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, hold on a second. Let me set up the recorder.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have a southern accent because I'm from Virginia, so.
Yeah, that's thick English. Wow.
So, like I was saying, I want to reformat the art to not to the Zuda standards. Are you familiar with the Zuda standards?
I've only heard very little bit about it. A friend of mine said, why don't you enter it? And I said, the thing is I'm not a writer.
Right.
So I couldn't come up with a story literally if you paid me to.
Yeah.
So that's just not my forte. I cannot write whatsoever. I mean, I love to read them, and I've got some ideas, but there's nothing real. So the only thing would be to go in on something. I mean, I've heard of basically, if you win, it's huge.
Yeah, you basically become a part of their publishing house, and they're a subsidiary of DC Comics. So, and if you're familiar with the Harvey Awards, they did, Zuda Comics were represented really well at the last Harvey Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Their title, Bayou, did very well. And it has been, I forget what the term they use, but I'll just say greenlit. It was greenlit for publication. So they're now publishing collected editions of Bayou, and while they are kind of, secretive about the deal that they make with the creators and the later publishing, I do believe that the creators do get a cut of that. So,
sure.
With tying into this film, we're really set up to sell a lot. First, to win the competition. Secondly, to get in and get the exposure necessary to get that publishing going and get the credit. So it's kind of kismet. Everything's kind of coming together.
Yeah. I can. Wow. Yeah. I'm just taken back by the whole thing. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, man, I'm dumbfounded. But Zuda typically lays out their pages in a landscape format, so that it can better fit monitors and screens on computers. So what we're going to need to do is, again, we're going to need to find a way to lay the pages out so that when it comes time to publish, it will fit in the Zuda viewer. But also when it comes time to publish, I think it'd be really cool to publish it in the standard comic book format, like you're familiar with in the stores. Like,
yeah.
Do you think there's a way that we can take, like say page 1 and page 2 and lay them out so that when it comes time to publish, we can butt them up under one another, and then, presto, we've got a real page, not just the landscape format?
Absolutely. I mean, I think if anything, the most important thing is I want for people to see the work that I do.
Yeah. Getting that exposure.
Absolutely.
So what do you think on the whole?
I think it's a great opportunity. Yeah, who wouldn't want to jump on something like that? Absolutely.
Yeah, I had a buddy who thought I was crazy. He was like, his name is Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's kind of funny in that way.
Well, no, the whole thing seems crazy, but it's not. It's just a big opportunity. Maybe it looks that way, but
yeah.
No, it's big, and this is great. So, I'm definitely happy about that. Yeah, just looking forward to start. So, at this point, I guess just wait for the contract, or will there be a different one sent?
Yeah. I just wanted the contract will be the same. It's basically just a document that lays out the payment plan, which is something we've already discussed, and that's pretty much the standard way I work with my artists.
Okay, and I will be able to keep the art, right? You
will be able to keep the art. That'll be excellent. I think, you're the artist, you should be able to keep your art. If you want to gift me with something, that's fine.
Yeah. Sure. Well, yeah, I would think it would be kind of nice to have you have 1 or 2 pages, of course.
Oh, okay, cool. I do have one small request, though.
Yeah.
It's a little bit fanboy of me, but I'm a huge fan of Art Adams. Can you do an Art Adams style?
Well, I kind of keep to my own style. I know of his stuff, but his stuff is real strenuous, and I don't know. I'm not sure if I could.
Okay. Yeah.
I kind of like to keep to my own. Was there a big need for that?
No, I'm just a really big fan of Art Adams, and I'd appreciate it if you'd not misrepresent him in emails. And I was wondering if you could do a favor for me. Rich Johnston wanted me to ask you when you were going to repay all the people you've been scamming.